Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Baby Got Scraps. This is a month-long series that we are doing all month. In the month of for January, we are just using scraps or our 6x6 paper pads or 8x6 paper pads. Nothing larger except for the base page. So I am flipping through this pad of paper from Dear Lizzie, and it is her New Day collection. And I'm thinking I want to use this green paper. So I start with that one. I've also pulled out that heart paper, which I thought was really cute. I don't end up using it, but I think it's super cute. So I thought I might use it. I end up going through my scrap bin and I find some other things that I think work much better than the heart paper. It was just a little bit too busy. So I really like that they include the cut apart sheet there in this little 6x6 paper pad. It gives you some extra options of things to use, and you could actually essentially make an entire layout just using that 6x6 paper pad and maybe a few extra embellishments. It doesn't require a whole lot more because they do add those extra little sheets in there. There's even like a page that has some words in there on it. So these are the pieces that I pulled out of my scrap bin. The photo play paper there is actually from their scrapbooking one, and that's actually baker's twine that creates those little hearts on it, and I thought that was really cute. So I'm going to use that. I know I want something that is in that turquoise aqua minty green kind of a color, because if you look in the upper right hand corner of the layout, there is an acrylic piece that says Sunkissed, and I know I want to use that for this layout. It really matches well with the towels and such that the girls are sitting on the right hand side. And I know I need something that is going to bridge the gap between that and a true blue, because we've got a really true blue sky in there, and the young lady on the left hand side is wearing a very blue swimsuit. So the other paper that I have just cut in half and tucked behind has some blue elements on it. It's got some butterflies and some sprigs of leaves, and those are all in that royal blue kind of a color. So I thought that was a really good pairing. It also brings in a little bit of pink. Her towel has some pink on it, and so I thought that was just a really perfect match for this. I am still using the green, and the baker's twine in that 12 by approximately 6-inch piece there is a lime green. So that really kind of ties it together, and I thought that would work perfectly. Now, I don't want my background to be stark white, but I don't really feel like I want to do a bunch of mixed media on it. So I'm just going to pull out this vellum and create just another layer for this paper to sit on. And I think it works really well. It just kind of gives some added interest and almost mimics the sand a bit, because it brings in kind of that grayish color where the sand, the bottom photo, it's more of a brown tan kind of color for the sand, but the top photo, there's a lot of shadows in the sand there, and so it makes it a little bit more on the grayish kind of spectrum, if that's even a word. But so I thought that the vellum did a good job of kind of bringing in that. And then I don't end up using both of the 6x6s. I just use the one, and actually I only use like half of the one because I cut it into quarters. So I don't end up really needing it. So this is where I realized, why am I going to stick another quarter or half of a 6x6 onto here when I can just cut this half of the 6x6 in half yet again and use it that way. So it saves me a little paper, which I know the idea is to get rid of your scraps this way, but you know, I don't really see the need to unnecessarily just use an entire sheet or an extra 2 sheets to hide behind this other piece that's going to be overlapping it. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and I'd rather just put it in my scrap bin and use it on another layout rather than cutting into a 12 by 12 for a little strip of paper. So I don't keep scraps super small, but if it's like, I probably wouldn't keep the the piece of green that you see on the layout there. But if it's twice that size, of course I'm going to keep it, because I could actually even mat a photo with it or something. It also would work really well on a card, or, you know, as you can see here, I only needed half of a 6x6 to make it span the entire layout here, so might as well. I have some stickers from the Heidi Swapp Sun Chaser collection, and I thought these worked really well too. It's got that minty color. It also has like that pinky peach color that is in the butterflies of the back paper, and so I thought that would work nicely. And so I'm kind of like perusing that, seeing what I want to use off of it. I do know I want to use these two pieces that I cut out of the 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to do a little journaling on the one that has the lines on it. And then this big circle that says something about chasing the sun. It says, "You'll find me chasing the sun." I thought that worked really well with the little piece that I'm tucking in there with the flowers, because it has the same light pink on it. And so that circular piece is going to go down at the bottom below the two photos there, just kind of spanning the two. And I think it looks nice there because it also kind of softens up the layout, being that it is circular. It kind of like softens up the harsh lines of all of the rectangles and squares that I've got going on. The ripped vellum also kind of does that. So I like where it's going. And then I'm also popping that circular piece up onto some foam just to give a little bit of added dimension at the bottom of the layout, because that Sunkissed acrylic piece already has dimension on it. I am pulling in a metallic heart that is going to go up here at the right, to the right of the two little square pieces or rectangle pieces there. And that is just pulling in more of the metallic because the outside of the circular piece is all metallic. So just giving a nod to it in both places. And then I found this other piece that says "Work less, play more." I thought that was perfect for a day at the beach. So I'm tucking that in, or putting that right up here at the top of the photos. I've got a lot of blank space at the top of that photo, so I don't mind that it covers it. And then I found a couple of more hearts on this Sun Chaser collection that have kind of like a gradient look to them. One kind of goes from like a green to almost a yellow color, and one goes from darker pink to peach. And so I thought that those would work well. I'm going to add those, and then I'm going to add another little rainbow piece down at the bottom to kind of finish things off. I did use some Zotz bling, or Zotz bling for adding my acrylic piece, just to make sure it has a good hold on it. And here's where I decide I'm going to add that little rainbow. These little rainbows are not something that I use regularly, so it's a bit unusual for me, but I thought it fit very well with that circular piece, and it looks nice there. So I'm just adding a little foam behind it to kind of pop it up and give it a little bit of support. And then my two little hearts there are also going to be mounted on a little bit of foam. And that is it, pretty much it, you guys. I did ink up the papers with some Black Soot Distress ink, and I am calling it a day on this layout. I'm going to ink up the entire outside of the layout just to finish it off, and I am going to be done. So I've used quite a few scraps on this. I really like the way that it turned out. It's a lot of fun. It looks very kind of festive and playful, and that makes me super happy. I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. Don't forget to check out everyone else playing along with this series. The list of links are down below. And if you have questions or comments, you can leave those down below, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I don't respond daily, but I do always read them, and I do respond to every single one of them. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the time you take to watch my video. I will see you guys again soon with another one. Bye-bye.